hey there. How's it going? Happy August 26th. It's Monday. It's a bank holiday Monday. I live in the UK. I'm Canadian. Any traveler person knows that's like a thing. Wherever you go, people are like, where are you from? I'm from. Long time in the UK, actually. And here we are, All to Love. What up? So All to Love is the brand. You can check out the merchandise. You can you can book a private reading. You can have yourself a juicy day. I'm a longtime yoga teacher, and among other things. But yeah, the yoga is really the kind of pathway to greater healing and embodiment of self, meditation, breath work, everything within. Like, meditation is part of a yoga practice. And anywho, so yeah, and then the tarot and the esoteric and deep shadow work. Holy shit, man. To each their own, right? I wouldn't. Thing is, like, as I started, I'm like, this is the juice, you guys. And then, like, 8 years in, I'm like, oh God, please let it in. It does actually eventually, but fuck. Pardon this. I do have the occasional potty mouth, and also disclaimer: these readings are for fun and entertainment. I don't really believe readers or psychic or anyone outside of us truly has power over us. We can give it to them. But, you got the power. You are the power in your reality. Our perception is key. And that fundamentally, I think, is what we're all, this whole spiritual awakening or paradigm shift is a shift of our value system, so that we no longer value so much of the over materiality, but we have a more equanimous relationship with our individual spirit, recognizing that all of us have that connection to spirit. And then via the connection, which is empathy, which helps us understand one another better, we will share the world's resources. Because a lot of the weird matrix game to me is all connected to the planet, her resources, including our attention. That's a very, very potent resource, right? Our attention. Where are you putting your attention from day to day? Hello! I jest. Okay, let's get into some cards. Like I was saying, these are for fun and entertainment. If you do resonate, I usually say to people, if you're resonating for like a good few days in a row, that might be a prompt. Especially, we usually know, don't we? We know when we want some support or guidance or something like this. So trust yourself. Like many readers, I will never, nor will any of the All to Love profiles, private I never reach out to people privately unless like I know you personally and we share hilarious memes. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be like, I see your photo, let me read for you, just give me money. No. Go to the booking system. You can book a reading yourself. Let's see what's coming in. Okay, we're gonna read. We're gonna read these. There's something from the past that we're laying down. There's some communication back and forth. There's a cup of love over there, but we're not moving forward. We're not going to take that cup yet, certainly. There's too much shit we're going to work through here. Like I was talking about, the profundity and power of shadow work, right? Processing our emotion. There's definitely some old burdens. Like this either came up in one of the monthly readings. Check out the YouTube channel for the free monthly readings for all signs. But this is like, finally, something really burdensome has been released. It's done. It's over. And then there's that exhaustion, or just like the come down, as it were. So there's some emotional processing. This is like the idea of, we're not grieving, in these cards anyway, the loss of another human being. We're grieving the loss of our own patterns. That at one point we're probably holla Shazam, and then suddenly we're like, breaking our back, carrying all these burdens that aren't actually serving our progress forward. There's a messenger page of wands here. The page of wands, or pages, I can often interpret as younger people. They're in the reverse. This person is testing your strength. Either way, this person could be younger than you. You or they are keeping an eye on each other. That's why maybe it's a child, right? Or there's like another parent that's also keeping an eye on them. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Do what you like with the genders, especially in the generals. Ooh. For some of you, the burden energy is more to do with maybe like a father figure or a boss energy you're not going to see coming. That would also be representative of the grief card, letting go, receiving more information. You possibly might still feel blind about this situation. There's still a lot of Uranian activity, which is sudden, which is like, you know, big changes, sudden. Like straight up, I had a Jupiter-Uranus conjuncting my natal Chiron and holy effing Halahala. They're just a complete house of cards. You know, my whole reality that I'd created was about self-power based on events from childhood that I was completely unaware of, completely in denial of. So it's really, you know, the human mind to me is just so fascinating, isn't it? Woo! Let's get some more cards for you guys. So, how was your weekend, by the way? How was the, you know, girl, you know it's true. How was the Fezzy? Oh, thanks. It was great. I'm not going to tell you my festival stories. I did go. I did attend. I didn't stay as long as maybe as I thought, but I'm having like more awakenings, which are kind of just, it's like things I used to think I loved. I'm kind of exploring, going, do I though? Do I have anyone I think who like feels beyond the veil and has like mega sensitivities, huge crowds and party environments where there's like various amounts of, you know, mind altering substances, as it were. There's lots of shadows, and so there's this sort of very bizarro disconnect in my personal, that's, you know, no judgment, no da, but like when I'm in those huge crowds, I can literally see like veils of experience, and so on the surface it's all like woo, la la la, everyone's like fun, but that's not often what I see. I can see that that's like the surface, but psychically or like just like energetically you're picking up, like you can feel, you know, usually in those environments there's, I don't know, there's something eerie, and there has been for many, many, many years. It's like, you know, watching corporate bodies come to the UK where the British high street's going to die, because I witnessed that in North America, small town North America, right? Like classic Ford, Roger and me. But yeah, I just feel, especially when there's a lot of money and corporate money behind certain festivals, I'm like, it's just a eerie vibe. That's just my, you know, my random weird perspective of, you know, we're here in these global wars, and there's all this like weird icky political unrest, and then we're there being like woohoo, and I don't know, I can't seem to kind of like get into it and be like woohoo. I think I want that, hence like booking it. This is the one and only time I'm gonna end up paying to go to a festival. Live and learn. Like never again, by the way. Never again am I actually gonna pay my own hard-earned money to go to a festival. Like some of you know, because previously I would just get asked to teach. But now I've gone sans the teaching, and I'm like, oh, like I don't have a purpose to be here. Was hot. Okay. I was pulling cards as I was I mean, I dare somebody on the internet here. I dare somebody to like prove me wrong. Bring me to a festival. I mean, in fairness, the times I've enjoyed myself have usually been like private classy parties. Or just smaller. There's, 20 people instead of 2,000 or something. Okie dokie. So do you care more about the cards than my story? Probably. Okay. Ooh, I never see this card. Pranayama. And that's what I was talking about, was like the breath work, right? There's something about coming back into self and doing some of that breath work, or doing some of that like spiritual work to that Aja's card. That's like invoking your flame, like to inspire that energy, right? And then for some of you, I wouldn't worry, because there's going to be communication about love, new love. This is after the fact, though, after having laid down the past, after having laid down stuff you've let go of. For some of you, possibly like father wounding, or wounding around an emperor, maybe an old boss. Information you get about letting something go, which and then the 5 of Cups, right? So there was grief around the situation. You were the other person having grief. Learning the information, having grief, and then being like, well, I'm going to bounce. I got to get out of here. We got to lay this to rest. This is a burden around your home. At home. Possibly to do with emotional expression, being able to express ourselves effectively, emotionally speaking. So the Wheel of Fortune, like everything's changing. And if that's deeply upsetting to you, I would say do the breath work. That's gonna help. Yeah. I mean, breath work is another just super awesome healing modality. You can do really intensive breath work and help support the body, right? Like that's part of yoga tradition. It's not some vapid, like, let's wear tights and look good. That the reason for the yoga asana is just to keep your body fit and healthy enough to breathe, to sit, to be present, right? Although to move well is wonderful as well, right? Come on. So, and this is something too, right? Like when it comes to our essence, when it comes to our knowing of self, a spiritual knowing, there is no compromise. That's what a lot of, like, living in integrity, etc. The world of enslavement makes that quite challenging. We have to compromise ourselves to make money. We have to compromise. No, we don't. Repeat, we do not. And yet, on the surface, on the illusion of things, it sometimes seems like we have to do a shit job. But truly, when it comes to our own soul, our own knowing of self, that's why, like, endeavoring this work, when it's truly guided, you will get through it. But there will be probably plenty of moments where you're like thinking you're not getting through it. Like I think about 5 years ago in my own journey, and when I was starting to do tarot, there were some major collapses going down in my life, and I sort of thought it'd be over by like next month, or like 6 months from now I'll be making money. Well, 5 years later, that's where there's this whole releasing of like preaching, or thinking people have to know. It's like, to each their own. Namaste, honestly. Okay, so the message is coming in. They're bringing about a new sense of love, but this time it's like we're not compromising, because you can't. You know too much, The Wheel of Fortune, emotional expression. Some of you might be like your home environment is changing, probably connected to a releasing of a burden, or a burdensome way of behaving in the home. Yeah, definitely some sort of tending to the flame, tending to, like, your home could be like tending to your own personal heart space. So some of you, it's definitely the flame, like connected to, maybe we're coming into Virgo season. So maybe this is also about cleaning things out, yeah. Tidying, deep cleaning, that sort of vibratory. fair bit here. Let me know if that resonates with any of you. Check out the YouTube channel for the monthly readings. We're going to be publishing those this week. And otherwise, check out the T-mail store to buy stuff, support small businesses, and support just being more loving and harmonious to the world. You know, it's great. We're on it, you guys. We're gonna get through. You gotta get through this. You're gonna get through this. Remember that song? You gotta make it through. Have a wonderful day, my loves. I'll see you throughout the week. We do our daily shares Monday to Friday on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Check out the monthly shares, and my Patreons get weekly exclusive content, usually a reading. They also get access to the Be the Change online courses and discount reading. So have a wonderful day ahead. Happy Bank Holiday Monday, everybody, and we'll see you real soon. Take care. Peace out.